Never owned a fancy pole. Old bamboo rode a fishing line, watching that old river roll.
Yep, I am back in the CHLY booth with you this Sunday, and I have a guest coming in just after 1 o'clock. Linda Lavender is joining the booth, and we're going to be talking to her about her upcoming gig with Kenny Baralt, I do believe, and she's going to be playing live.
Slow, I'm wearing my shoes, my traveling pack and a smile.
This is Vancouver Island singer-songwriter Linda Lavender, and you're listening to Songwriter Circle here on CHLY 101.7 FM from Nanaimo, BC.
From Linda Lavender's CD Unforeseen.
Talking with my boyfriend, took a little walk downtown. He said, we ain't getting any younger. How about you and me try to settle down? I looked him right in the eye, said, baby, don't you cry, I've already found my joy. Had my pick, you're the best, but none of you could stand the test of my favorite toy. Smooth as silk, handheld, naturally curved. 5-speed, 7-pattern, power in reserve. He dropped me off at my door, give me a little kiss goodnight. Said I don't remember when I've had a nicer time. Pardon me if I don't invite you in. You don't want to come between me and my best friend. I looked him right in the eye, said, baby, don't you cry, I've already found my joy. Had my pick, you're the best, but none of you could stand the test of my favorite toy. Smooth as silk, handheld, naturally curved. 5-speed, 7-pattern, power in reserve. Now you know just what I like. No, it ain't waking up by your side. Waterproof, USB charge. You can stop hanging around in my backyard. I'm in love. Oh, understand me, boy. I'm in love. I'm in love. Oh, I'm that crazy toy. I looked him right in the eye, said, baby, don't you cry, I've already found my joy. Had my pick, you're the best, but none of you could stand the test of my favorite toy. Smooth as silk, handheld, naturally curved. 5-speed, 7 setting, do the math, that's 35 that I would not be getting. I'm in love. Understand me, boy. I'm in love. Oh, my favorite toy. I'm in love. Oh, understand me, boy. I'm in love. I found my joy.
Well, we have Lavender. Linda Lavender in the booth of Lavender and Lefty. And that was Linda from her CD Unforeseen and My Joy. So I'm guessing your joy is music.
Yes, it is.
Or one of them at least.
Oh, that song is about something else. It's about an appliance, a very, very wonderful appliance. So,
Which appliance?
Just listen to the song again.
I'm going to have to listen to it again. We were chatting off here. I'm thinking, okay, what did I miss in that song?
Track 7.
Okay, no, I can't do that when I'm on the air.
Sometimes people don't notice track 7, but when they do, they make note of it. And then they come and talk to me about it. Linda, track 7.
Okay, so now I'm really going to have to listen to it. Because you got some shows coming up. And so Lavender and Lefty we all know is Kenny Brault, who is a left-handed player. That's why we call him Lefty. Well, and he's a little left of center in most things. Like,
if he were here,
I
he
know.
would say, it's because I'm right-brained.
Oh,
That's what I am.
yes.
Yes, so
Right brain, left
that's
brain.
what most of us artists, we access the right brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the creativity of it.
Yeah.
Which, for a lot of artists, it makes it very hard to do the business end.
Oh, it's a combo, isn't it?
Right? Because
It's-
you got to do both now, even more so now than not that many years ago.
It's true. It's a balancing act. You have to get all the digital stuff in place and be on social media and get out your PR. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
to do.
It used to be sitting on a phone, phoning places that you were going to and talking to the people who made the arrangements to have the music. Now there's so much more than that,
True.
right? As well as the ways to put your music out there. It's not just an LP or a CD or both, because yay, vinyl coming back. There's how many digital formats now,
Exactly.
right? So
Exactly. People don't even want CDs anymore. I still love the tactile part and the visual part of looking at them and making them, because you can put photography and art on there, which I've done. But when I go to give them away or sell them, people say, oh, geez, I don't have a CD player often.
So here's the thing. New cars are now coming not only with not a CD player, and that's been a manipulation of the industry. Linda is nodding. When I got my newer car, I had my CD player put it, because I always I love to preview CDs when I'm driving around. Great place to listen to even what you're working on, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a mobile sound booth.
Perfect.
So now the radios in cars are coming without AM.
Oh, yeah.
So we get, we think this is how the industry is steering itself. No.
Yeah.
Now, I'm really glad Lefty's not in the booth, because we'd be jumping on that conversation hard. Okay, so back to music as opposed to the industry behind it.
Oh,
Right?
yes, okay.
Because with all of the other things that you have to do as a musician to get your music out, there's still the creativity of it. So how do you make sure you get back to that?
Well, you know what? It's we do everything. With Lavender and Lefty, we're real do-it-yourselfers, so we do everything. We're both musicians and visual artists, so we're accessing all of those things, and we do equally music. We both write, and I'd say that since we've both been around music all our lives, we're both pretty good writer composers, and we both do art, and we contribute to the artwork that we put out there. And I've designed this logo, which is on my T-shirt, which of course we're on radio, but
So
on this
T-shirts
logo,
are going to be available at when you're performing as well as CDs, I'm guessing, right?
they will. But this is one I did at home, where I just printed it out onto those T-shirt application papers that you can run through your inkjet printer and iron it on. So cut it out and iron it on. So you'll notice it goes around all that lettering. That I had to cut that out with a little scalpel blade that I use in my studio.
Yep.
Yeah. So, however, the music's really important, and it is so nice to have met someone in Nanaimo, because I'm pretty new here, who has similar musical sensibilities.
Finding that connection is huge.
It
right?
sure is. Yeah.
Because you want to complement each other, not try and overpower, or I keep hearing step on toes. So, because quite often if someone is enjoying being on stage with the people they're on stage with, it looks like and sounds like they're stepping on each other's toes. So you've performed just recently at the Millstone Winery. That wasn't that long ago, was it?
No, that was a month ago, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. What a beautiful location.
Isn't that gorgeous there?
It's a beautiful location, and I don't understand why it isn't overrun with tourists.
Well, and here's the thing: we were talking off air about there's so many things going on at the same time that it's hard to choose where to go and what to do.
Yeah. I
So
guess that's true.
yeah, right. It's I used to say, write all the things down that you'd like to do on the dates and the places that you want to go. Throw them all in a hat. Whichever one you pick is where you're going. That's what you're doing, because it's too many to make a choice.
Good solution, Pam.
Well, I'm not always confident in my thing either. So someone else do it for me. Chance will do it. So you're at the Lighthouse Bistro on Thursday, July 13th.
It's our third time back to the Lighthouse Bistro,
Nice.
which is a lovely place, right on the water, downtown Nanaimo, floor-to-ceiling windows, so right on the harbor, beautiful when the sunset is happening, and which it will be, 6 to 8. Good food.
Yes.
Really nice stuff. It's a favorite place, I'd say, and it's so wonderful that they're having music there, live music, a lot.
Yeah.
And more than Thursdays now. I think it's Saturdays too, and some other days occasionally.
Yeah. It's a great sound place because of the ceiling.
Yeah, that's
High
right.
ceiling, so it
That's
has a
right.
lovely natural vibrato that echoes. It's very lovely.
Yeah, the building is beautiful too.
Yeah. So, what kind of music do people expect from Lavender and Lefty? Because we've been playing your CD, but like you're saying, right, when you put you and Kenny together, it's going to be a bit of a different sound.
That's why I said, it's so amazing that I met somebody who has the broad musical spectrum of taste. I know music is a gumbo. If we've been alive, the amount of time we've been alive, from the mid 60s or 1900s, mid 1900s to now, we've heard so many different kinds of music, and we've been able to hear so much and have such a wide education of music behind us. And for myself, and I probably can speak for Lefty too here, but I just eat it all up. Like I take it all in, and then the kind of music that I like to make and that I write is kind of a combination of a whole bunch of stuff. And when we got together, it turned out that we had a lot in common, and had studied and played so many different styles, from Latin jazz to rock to pop music, and there's so much out there, to Arabic style rhythms, to bluegrass and country, and so I don't limit myself that way.
No.
And I don't think I have to or should. Whatever I'm going to write, that comes out the way it comes out, and I let it do that. I guess Lefty indulges me in that, and also brings his own stuff to it. So when we came up with this, not like this description of ourselves, because everybody you go to a venue or something wants to know what kind of music you play, and you have to write it up. And so we came up with neo-traditional hybrid original, which people go, what does that mean? And so do we. We look at it and go, what does that even mean now? But what it means is we take stuff that's from the past and we make it our own. So that's the neo-traditional part. And that might be from way back folk music from the past, from the 1800s, or the Celtic folk music. And it might be, Smoke on the Water from, the 60s. And we make it our own. And we also hybrid that. So the typical rock song might be played, well, nowadays I like playing it on clawhammer banjo, adding clawhammer banjo. Yeah.
Right.
So
sometimes it's a different sound
It's a different sound.
So it could be similar style, different sound. So adding different layers, which is very cool.
Yeah, and it becomes like hillbilly punk.
There's a new one altogether.
I have one of those to play. If you get this downloaded, we can play that one.
Okay.
But
well, let's do something
if you
live.
come and see us in concert,
Yep.
You'll get that stuff.
Okay, so that's the thing. So they will be, if you want to get your instrument,
Yeah.
I will let the listeners know that Lavender and Lefty are going to be at the Lighthouse Bistro on July 13th, which is a Thursday night. So you can come down to the street market, then head over to the bistro. They're going to be there from 6 until 8. And then on the 14th, dine on the dock, the Ladysmith Dock, from 5 until 7:30. And then July 24th, man, that's not all that far away because here we are already in the second week of July, or about to start it. Nope. Yep, well into it. 39 Days of Summer Festival in Duncan from 5 until 6 p.m. And then they're going to be at the Commercial Street Night Market on August 3rd. That's how fast we're getting there, which is a little scary, and then some. So what are you going to play for us, Linda?
I'm going to play you Billy Boy.
Okay.
This is on clawhammer banjo. And this is a song I wrote for my dog, Billy.
Explain what a clawhammer banjo is.
Clawhammer banjo is a 5-string banjo, but it doesn't have the metal sound resonator on it. It's a traditional instrument that's built without that resonator, but it has like a goat skin top, and it's played with a different kind of strumming rhythm, which is basically like nailing down on the strings and to get the downstroke, and then hooking back up with your thumb on that 5th high string, which is kind of a drone.
Yeah.
This one here.
Nicely put. Thank you. Okay, so
This is Billy Boy. Wrote it for my dog. Ready?
yeah.
All the livelong day, Billy Boy, all the livelong day. You were born to play your hand. All the livelong day, Billy Boy, all the livelong day. Restless dreams tonight, Billy Boy, restless dreams tonight. Sleeping on the edge of town. Stars are cold and bright, Billy Boy, stars are cold and bright. Toolin-a-ha-doolay, Billy Boy, toolin-a-ha-doolay. Enter-a-yak, beanie-bee-bee, enter-a-yak, fay, enter-a-yak, fay. Morning finds you bankrupt, Billy, broke as broke can be. Get back on the road, my friend, where you long to be, Billy Boy, where you long to be. All the livelong day, Billy Boy, all the livelong day. You were born to play your hand. All the livelong day, Billy Boy, all the livelong day. Toolin-a-ha-doolay, Billy Boy, toolin-a-ha-doolay. Enter
Really nice. It was a great description of how a hammer banjo plays before you played it. Now I've got a selection from Kenny Brault that will allow me to escape from the booth and download a few files so we can hear Linda and Kenny together. Here is a single from Kenny Brault called Parenthetical. And it has a few voices, including mine. And we'll be right back with Linda and more about Lavender and Lefty. little bit of a dead air. It takes minutes to do things. Technology is not always as easy as you think it is. It's amazing.
Can I ask you what you contributed to that recording? It was beautiful.
Some of the ahs in the background. What Kenny did was he had come up with this piece that he was playing on his sitar, and they invited a bunch of us to come into his booth and just sing what we felt. And it ended up being a lovely, lovely experience. It's very nice to be invited to take part in a song and just asked to do what you feel intuitively to do. Right? I sang in a community choir for years and years and years and years and years. So I do harmony almost naturally without realizing that's what I'm doing. I've actually been singing in public and someone goes, that sounds terrible. Not until you put it all together. Because you're right. A line of harmony out of context from an 8-part piece, it might not be pretty.
Well, it sounds like Kenny knew what he was doing when he asked you to come in and do what you felt.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. And there was a bunch of us. Bobby Schramm, Callie Massey, Abby, Grace, at least a few. I'm pretty sure there's a couple more.
Awesome.
So like I said, when you found Kenny to play with, an interesting mind indeed, because the way he looks at music. He used to host... Kenny, I'm so sorry, because I used to phone you all the time. Mondays. Eclectic Celtic?
Celtic.
Yeah. And he would come up with great stories behind the music. And I was always enthralled.
Well, I have a story. And agreed. Playing with Kenny is a creative experience, and I love it. We were rehearsing in my studio one night not long ago, because we've only been playing together for a very short time, about 4 months. But I had written a song, and I told him, I said, I wrote a song last night. Do you want to hear it? So he's like, yeah, let's record it. So we recorded it. He'd never heard it before, ever. And he played his upright. And this is the recording. It's called You Get What I Said. And it's rough and raw. So all you musicians out there, we're going to have to take that with a grain of salt, because we had never played it together before, ever. And he'd never even heard the song. And basically, I didn't even know it yet either.
Right?
So I'm going to share it with all of you now.
And here it is. Way to go. thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, that's jamming it out.
Right, so isn't that a lovely experience to have a new song and have a musical partner that you're that comfortable with go, hey, this is like brand new, it's still dripping wet. Want to hear it.
Right.
Right? And then you're supported and encouraged.
Yeah, and then we get on stage and we do it the second time live. But that's how the songs develop too.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I like what you said about you're just learning it too, because when you write a new song, you do have to learn it.
Don't ya?
Yeah.
I know. You don't
like-
just remember it right away.
No.
You have to memorize it.
Well, and I quite often will hit record on my phone
Yeah.
with a new phrase or a new something. And then I have
Yes.
to go back and listen to it and then take it apart.
Yeah.
Kind of, okay, so
Yeah.
this is the meter you set yourself up for. How you going to second verse that one?
Exactly. Yeah. And then that's where the crafting comes in and the art part, because the inspiration can be kind of wild sometimes, and then you have to kind of shape it to make it accessible to, musicians and then audiences and things like that, right?
Because we write where it comes from. So I think of myself as a poet first. So lots of words, songs, less words.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a difference. So what are you going to now? And the other thing that I've noticed with Lavender and Lefty, in some of your promos on Facebook, there's you and a guitar. And then, so there's you and a guitar and Kenny and an upright bass. And then Kenny's got the guitar and you've got a banjo. And then there's a mandolin in there somewhere. So both of you play more than one instrument.
Yeah. You should see our backs of our trucks when we're packing up to go and unload. It's kind of ridiculous. We're both, overachievers. So yesterday we were playing at the Wolf, and we were like, between us, well, how many strings do we actually have here? I think it's 23 now with the 5 on the clawhammer banjo.
Right.
23 strings. So we take along a whole slew of instruments, and we switch them up through the course of the gig, because we both like playing the mandolin. Of course,
Nice.
there's upright bass. There's the acoustic guitar, and I have an electric too, but I don't always bring that. Clawhammer banjo, and he plays the horn drum too. So
Kenny seems to be interested in instruments that are unique and different.
yeah,
And they don't hear often. But when you play them, you think, okay, so I've heard that sound in this song, but it's not as forward as Kenny tends to bring it.
Yeah.
So what are you going to play for us now,
So
Linda?
this is a song I wrote a while back, and it's I like it to be it's Canadian content, and it's a French language song, and it's sort of a Latin jazz beat, and it's called Je ne sais quoi.
Okay.
Je ne sais pas, je ne sais quoi. Ce que je sais, je ne sais pas ce que c'est. Je ne sais rien, mais je me sens bien. Je joue de la guitare au parc. 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 J'ai rien dans ma poche, c'est même pas de sacoche. Et ce que j'ai, je ne sais pas ce que c'est. Je pense à rien, j'ai rien à penser. Je joue de la guitare au parc. 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 Je rêve
Now, when you play that one live, what does Kenny add to that?
Oh, he does an awesome upright bass
nice.
line that runs all the way through it. And
Cool.
yeah, since we're a duo, Kenny plays a lot of lead. He plays a lot of lead on the upright bass when there's a lead break.
Nice.
We kind of collaborate together and get a sound. And you know what? I forgot to mention he also brings a set of harmonicas.
Okay, that's new.
Well, it sounds great.
Good.
It sounds
Cool.
great. We don't use them all the time, but on a number of songs, it sounds just great.
Very cool.
So, yeah, it's...
So is your show all originals, or do you play some covers as well?
Well, we do a mix. As I said, we both write, and we do love to play the songs that we've written because that's our creative expression and our uniqueness. And then we do covers as well. And when we do covers, we try to make them our own.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we can't really help ourselves from making them our own, of course, but you don't want to come expecting to hear a cover exactly the way you heard it on AM radio.
No.
Or FM radio for that matter, because we mess with them. We change them up. Yeah.
Sometimes changing the tempo, changing the key.
Exactly.
Can make a huge difference in the way the audience hears the song.
Exactly. And I think you have one there that you could play that it's what I called hillbilly punk earlier. It's sung by The Clash. Should I Stay or Should I Go?
Okay. Well, let's give that a shot.
Hammer banjo on there. It's a live recording, so you can hear a bit of the people talking. It was recorded at the Landlubber.
Okay.
Yes.
That's another great little
with
venue, isn't it?
Andrew, the owner, on drums with us.
Isn't he talented?
Isn't he awesome?
I know.
Aw,
Okay.
Shout out to Andrew from the
kidding.
Landlubber.
And here are Lavender and Lefty. Should I stay or should I go?
Darling, you've got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time. So come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? It's always taste, taste, taste. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day it's fine and next day blood. So if you want me off your back, come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? You want to sing that, right? Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? If I stay, it will be double. Stay, it will be double. So come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? This indecision's bugging me. If you want me, set me free. Don't know who I'm supposed to be. Don't know which clothes even fit me. So come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Take it away, girlfriend. Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I stay, there will be trouble. If I stay, there will be trouble. Trouble, trouble. Come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I do, it will be double.
plays drums pretty good for a bartender. Anyway, so that was at the Landlover Pub. And I see what you mean. You're going to take a cover, but you're going to do it your way. You're going to add your flavor to it.
Yeah, sometimes more than that.
Sometimes you never know it. Yeah. So when you're on stage together, every once in a while, because you're feeding off the energy of the audience, do you decide to, let's do that again, or let's add another chorus, or let's,
Yeah, we're both pretty flexible. We can both sort of maneuver with the situation as it arises.
It makes it entertaining for the audience to have such a cornucopia on stage.
Yeah, I like having a roadmap. I do, yep. and I make them, and I try to stick with them. But sometimes it just you just in the real world, you just roll with the punches or whatever, roll with what's happening.
Yeah, because a lot of the performance comes from the energy from the audience.
Yeah,
and you can tell from the way their body language is, whether they're moving, tapping their toes, singing along.
Yeah,
what kind of sounds, what's going to fit in their evening.
Isn't that why we play live?
Yeah.
I just love having an audience.
And where are you playing live?
Well, we have a few more gigs lined up this summer. Ended up having a pretty busy summer, happily. So as you mentioned, the Lighthouse Bistro, that's on the this Thursday, July 13th. And I hope to see all of you out there. All of you. It's a really great place to come and have an evening.
If you have any out-of-town guests, this is a great place to take them. Beautiful view. It's the ambiance of Vancouver Island, and you're going to get Lavender and Lefty.
Yeah, it's the Nanaimo experience. People don't usually stay in Nanaimo. It's the sending off place to get everywhere else on the island. But Nanaimo's awesome. There's a lot of great stuff, including the lighthouse. The next one is Dine on the Dock, which is a Ladysmith Dock event, which only runs about 6 weeks during the summer. It's a catered meal with music. So it's an experience kind of thing. I think there's still tickets available for this, but they do sell out.
They would, yeah.
And that we're playing that, and it's a little bit more of, it's dining and music, but we'll still be in your face, I'm sure.
So, and all this information is going to be available?
Oh, it's on our Facebook page, which is Lavender and Lefty. And we have an Instagram page too called Lavender and Lefty. And we have a YouTube channel where we put some of our music, which is called Lavender and Lefty Land.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
And we're working, we've got most of it, the stuff is live. As I said, we're pretty new. But our goal right now is to find some studio time and put these songs together in a really sonically controlled way. Right. The way that we would love to hear them. So that's coming up.
Nice.
So we need to get in some studio time. So we're happily at the 39 Days of Summer Festival. That's on the 24th. That's a Monday from 5 to 6. It's the New Artists Day. Looking forward to that because that's all originals.
Nice.
And Commercial Street Night Market. I've never played that yet.
That's a fun night.
August 3rd. And August 18th is the Arrington Community Picnic, which is a weekend of fun in Arrington at the town hall, Arrington Town Hall.
Nice.
It's a Saturday. We're there in the evening, 5 to 6.
So I've got a selection from one of Linda's CDs. This is Unforeseen, and it's Opposites Attract. Tell us a little bit about that before I hit the button.
Opposites Attract is about how 2 people can be together in whatever fashion, not necessarily romantically, but in a partnership, and all of the differences between them make it stronger.
And here it is, Opposites Attract from Linda's CD, Unforeseen.
They say that opposites attract. I've got no proof of that. But hey, look at you and me. One of us must be crazy.
I dig the sunshine, you come alive at night. I it out, you call that a fight. Your jeans and a t-shirt, I love the chance to dress. You play it cool, I thrive under duress. You listen to Ella, I go for Emmylou. You're a Cary Grant fan, DiCaprio's my go-to. All these things are just peripheral. Aren't we all essentially the same? Comes down to what really matters. And you know what really matters. I'm attracted to you and you to me. I'll take it spicy, you opt for mild. You're a financial guru, I'm a flower child. You're a golden retriever, I'm Heinz 57. You worry about hell, I don't believe in heaven. All these things are just peripheral. Aren't we all essentially the same? Comes down to what really matters. And you know what really matters. I'm attracted to you and you to me. You hate to swim, I never ski. I dream a camper van, you a Lamborghini. I'm a country girl wannabe, the city brings you joy. I'm easy to please, you're high maintenance boy. All these things are just peripheral. Aren't we all essentially the same? Comes down to what really matters. And you know what really matters. I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to you and you to me.
And that's got a little bit of a different sound too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So very
Yeah.
nice. See, yeah.
This is a jazzier swing. It's kind of a country swing,
Yeah.
maybe.
Country swing. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know, because there's some, I don't know what I'd call that one.
Jazz inspired, really.
Jazz, in the word inspired, I like the word songwriter because that doesn't say any genre in particular. It can be all of them, which is what you're describing to what you and Lefty are doing.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to play another song for us before we're off. You're off and away. Explain this one a little bit before you.
This is from the first album that I produced. It's called the Rosso Sessions, and it was with a band, with bandmates, and we called ourselves Often Running. And I know I mentioned that we were playing at the 39 Days of Summer. I haven't met the organizer of that festival yet, but his name is Longevity John.
Most certainly is.
And we had some email communication, and based on that album, he said, I want you at our festival.
Nice.
So it has all original music on it, and it's a string band album, which means that it's lots of bluegrass, folk, and country, and this cut is called They Won't Catch Me Again.
Nice.
It's my last lonely ride. See me floating down the stream. I've read the last page and I've done my time. Somehow I wasted all my dreams. Like a fool was blind when I could have seen. Like a fool I wasted all my dreams. All my dreams. I lost fill. Now it's floating down the stream. I robbed a store in old New Bliss. Sheriff stole away my dreams. That black night, I said a prayer. God, please help me get away. But they locked me up in my 20th year. Lord, I can't take another day. They won't catch me again. It's my last lonely ride. If they try to take me back, it's goodbye. I only meant to get some cash, to run away with my sweet love. But the clerk, he called me by my name. I lost control, the gun went off. My baby told me he won't wait. And what a fool to rob that store. If he only knew how I can't wait. My life ain't worth the living for. They won't catch me again. It's my last lonely ride. If they try to take me back, it's goodbye. My mother's eyes, they filled with tears when she saw me in my cell. She said she'd pray to save my soul, but it's too far down the road to you know where. They won't catch me again. It's my last lonely ride. If they try to take me back, it's goodbye. No, they won't catch me again. It's my last lonely ride. If they try to take me back, it's goodbye.
Very nice. We're going to leave you with another selection from Linda's CD, Unforeseen. And I'm going to guess you have your CDs with you when you're doing a performance.
Absolutely.
As maybe some merch and stuff that's
And
coming up.
they're well worth the to sell or barter price.
There you go. So we're going to play Keep Loving Me.
Thanks so much, Pam. It's been an absolute delight to be with you here today.
My pleasure. Have fun out there, folks. Find Linda and Lefty out there. Bistro, Thursday. Suggestion.
Keep loving me, and I'll keep loving you. Can't be that hard to be simple and true. Ran into the wall, and then we bust through. When you keep to get through the hardest part. Cut to the ending. Raise the love in our hearts. Keep loving me, and I'll keep loving you. Can't be that hard to be simple and true. Ran into the wall, and then we bust through. When you keep loving me, and I keep loving you. When you keep loving me, and I keep loving you. Yes, you keep loving me, and I keep loving you. This is Vancouver Island singer-songwriter Linda Lavender, and you're listening to Songwriter's Circle here on CHLY 101.7 FM from Nanaimo, BC.